no, air filter. That is not good. Look at that. There we go. And the spring here was broken off. We have it in place how it needs to go. Got it. Alright guys, boom, we didn't pop it. See it moving there. We'll let the clutch out. Grabbing the whole machine. So I was trying to dive into the lights a little bit here and looking at some of the wiring. I did a little bit of jiggling on this guy. Check this out. Neutral light comes on. Barely. So there's a little bit of juice in this. It is almost bone dry. So we went and picked up some battery acid. I think this was like $12. So we'll top off that battery and see if it'll charge when the bike is running. Caps off. Cool. And for our thumb switch, we did get a new one in, but this one's huge, it's ugly, I don't like it, and the connections aren't right. So rather than cutting this off and chopping through the wires here, I looked on eBay again and I found what I think is a replica of this thumb switch. So we'll wait for that to come in before we do any more digging on the electrical, but pretty cool that that neutral light comes on now. And the battery's still got some juice, so that's good stuff. But yeah, I think we'll return this guy. I think we had a 30-day return policy on this one. Also, something I did while you guys were out, I got a new throttle cable installed. So we just screwed in a whole new joint piece here. This is all new cable right here. And we follow it down all the way to the carb, and then we were able to screw this piece into this existing little elbow piece here. I think it's gonna respond really well when we fire it up. So yeah, that's moving a lot better. And we cleaned up the case here a little bit. I got some paint, hit the Yamaha with some touch-up paint there. I wiped it in a circular motion with some steel wool. That works really well. I found a plastic side cover on eBay for the one that we were missing here. So that one looks really good. Got the oil tank back on as well. We'll just leave that empty for now. And also a sprocket guard came in, so we got that installed. It's just 2 bolts, one on the bottom, one up here. But yeah, now we don't have to worry so much about getting a shoelace caught up in the sprockets. And we did the same on this side. Wiped it down with some steel wool. This thing was pretty dirty when it came in. Also got the muffler back on with the heat shield. The silencer is on. Touched it all up with some paint. I used like a high temp black gloss. I really like the way the gloss turns out. Gives it a nice shine. But yeah, she's really starting to come together. Looking good. Looking good. Got new clutch and brake levers. So you can see these are busted on the ends there. So we're gonna get these installed. Those are gonna look nice. And I think we'll go ahead and take off the brackets here and touch these up with some paint. Get those cleaned up a bit. So let's tackle that. This should come out just like that. I'll show you what it's going to look like with the new one. Make sure it fits too. Whoops. I don't think these are gonna fit. Well, that's what happens when you order stuff for cheap on eBay. Sometimes you strike out. I can't remember if I had a return policy on these or not. I'll have to see. Alright, well, we'll just keep the old ones on for now. Never actually tried this method before. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that worked. Go. Got it. Now we'll hit that with some paint. And then we'll do the same for the other side. It's pretty much the same thing. Alright, well, we've had vinegar soaking in this tank for a few days. Let's see what we got here. Should be pretty gnarly. Oh yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna overflow it. Wow. Now we just need to clean out this petcock here, so we'll take that off. There we go. Oh yeah, that's filthy. We'll open this up, clean it up. Woohoo, man. Look at all the rust that was in that. Golly. That is crazy. There's no way this thing ran with all that in there. There is no way. This thing probably hasn't ran in like a decade. So this filter is starting to kind of wear down. So what I think I'm going to do, I have this metal mesh. I think I'm going to make it fit over the top there like that. And then I'll fasten that down. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's got a lot of that mud in there. Man, look at all that. See if this gets it. There we go. Oh, there's another filter in there. Interesting. God, there's just so much mud everywhere in this thing. Holy smokes. Man, look at that. Look at all this mud I pulled out of there. That's just from the petcock. That is crazy. But I think we got it cleaned up. Sprayed it out real good with the carburetor cleaner. It's looking a lot better there. We'll reassemble this, put this back on, finish cleaning out the tank, and I think we can install the tank. We'll put a new gas line on. Alright guys, petcock's back on. Got a new fuel line. Got it temporarily fastened down with these wires. But without further ado, let's see what happens here. So we get some good gas flow there. So far so good. And we're leaking a little bit right there. Well, that first gas line wasn't working out too well. It was leaking slightly. So we've got this one on. Looking a lot better there. No leaking. And I was hoping to kind of maybe fire her up here and maybe do the first official test ride. But we ran into another obstacle. And it's with our flywheel again. So that little switch piece that's in the flywheel here, I took it all apart. So I believe this is called a rotor governor. It was really difficult to find this online, but I did find one. It's kind of an expensive piece if I want to buy a replacement. But you can see some of the metal is kind of worn down. This piece here goes in there, and I don't think it's supposed to spin freely like that. I think that is supposed to be fixed in place there. So I think that is part of the problem. Our spring, we may be applying too much tension on the spring because we did cut that down and rebend it. So that could be part of the problem. And in taking this apart, I broke our C-clip. So that is now part of the problem. Not really sure what direction we're gonna go here. I don't know if I'm gonna try to fix this or just bite the bullet and get a replacement piece. And the replacement piece is used, and it would come with an extra flywheel as well. So a few extra parts would come with it. But yeah, guys, you all let me know in the comments what you think I should do here. Should we try to fix it or just get the replacement? We kind of reached a stopping point, so I think we are going to go ahead and wrap it up here for now and take a little break from the Enduro. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, leaving the comments, hitting that like button. I really do appreciate it. Let me know about that piece on the flywheel. And until next time, peace. Take it easy.